Hey everybody, it's Robin. I'm back with another mini album in a box that I've made. This one, the theme is 4th of July, as you can see, or, well, I'm using it as 4th of July. And so I'll tell you the paper line that I used, and then we'll get into it because I had to use a couple of different papers on this one as well, because to make the box and all. But the main paper line for the mini album that's inside was this Americana one from American Crafts, I think. No, from Pebbles. Americana from Pebbles that I picked up at Tuesday morning. So I used it, and then I had, this is just my scraps that are left. And then I used Stampin' Up, so I hate that they discontinued this this paper because I love it. It's the perfect color of burgundy, just a perfect color. But this was cranberry, cherry cobbler. So I used that, and then I used one sheet from this Pebbles line, Family Ties, that I also picked up at Tuesday morning a while back to make the box. And then I'll show you, well, I can go ahead and show you now. I used this textured paper that I found, where you can see here, it's like a wood grain feel. It is embossed, and it's, I don't know how to explain to you, it almost feels like mulberry paper in a way, but I also found it at Tuesday morning. So, let's get into it. On the main box here, you can see that it's quite thick. It will sit up like this, like this, with the spine showing. I haven't decided if I'm going to put some sort of pull or something here on the spine or not yet, but this is the back side. As you can see, I had to use some of my scraps from my paper to cover the back. And then for the closure, on this side, I used a toggle with some cherry cobbler ribbon from Stampin' Up. But when I did my measuring, I realized that I couldn't get the toggle closed, and I wanted to use this so bad. I couldn't get the toggle closed to keep it good and tight, so I had to use a little bit of Velcro on it. But I'll show you the front here and what I did. For the spine cover, I used this punch by Martha Stewart that I picked up just recently at Michael's when they was clearancing all of Martha Stewart's stuff out. And then I ran through each one of these little holes here some of the $1.50 ribbon from Michael's that I've had in my stash for a while. This was just, the polka dot was a scrap piece of paper that I had in my stash. I'm sorry for saying so much. So we'll open it up, open the box up, and it does open all the way like so. And then we'll pull out the first mini album, which was quite chunky. I'm planning on putting several years of 4th of July's in this mini, so I needed to, this became quite chunky. So on the front cover, as you can see, there's the back, but on the front cover I used some of the Paper House stickers, dimensional stickers, that I recently found at Tuesday morning. And I used them throughout the album. And then again, I used the new Martha Stewart punch here on the edge, and this is where I used that mulberry paper that I showed you. And then for the stretchy elastic ribbon to hold it closed, I used some of this trim from Hobby Lobby that I found about 3 or 4 years ago. I think that they still sell it though. There I go with the again. So sorry. This punch here, I don't have it out handy, but it was a Creative Memories corner punch. I don't believe that it's even available anymore. And then I inked all of my edges with Tim Holtz Distress ink, and I used worn lipstick on it. So we'll open it up here like so. Oh, on the spine here, I also put just a little button and some embroidery thread just to make it a little bit more interesting and to hold my ribbon in place. So on the inside, I have, there I go with the ums. This is more of the dimensional stickers from Paper House, and 3 tags. And this was just some sheer ribbon that I picked up, I believe, at Dollar Tree, that I put in there. And then I used this. I'm having so much fun with this little punch from Stampin' Up. They have these on clearance right now. I don't know if they've sold out of them or not yet, but I didn't give hardly anything for this, and I'm loving this little punch. So I used that to make the little banner here on that tag. I did do a count, and what did I do with my count? Let's see. This mini album will hold 68 photos, and then room for journaling as well. So over here again, I put pockets, put a pocket here with a mat for photos, and then I also made a little journaling tag that would fit down in here, and I used this punch for that tag, and it's by Imagination. I've had it for quite some time. And then the little teeny tiny stars, this is probably one of the first punches that I ever bought many years ago, but it still works. So I use that and that. All of these flip ups are magnetic, and then there's a pocket inside here for photo mat and another little journaling tag. And all of my pages are built the same. So then it flips open like this, and you all have seen me doing these pages like so. So there's that. Here's another one. Flips up. Like so. I love this paper. I absolutely love it. I won't pull all of those pull-outs out. I don't think there's any need in it. I love this one. Look at that. Oops. Let's see if I can get it opened. Love it. Sorry if you all can hear somebody screaming that's in the apartment next door. There's 2 little teenage girls, and they argue all the time. So, anyway, pardon the background noise. I love this. This was the cutest little paper pad ever. So this opens up here. And then these are all, the little circular punch that's scalloped is a close to my heart scallop 2-inch. Oh God, those girls. Thank God I had a boy and I didn't have girls. Whew. Okay, so close to my heart, 2-inch scallop punch. Opens up like that, and then the back page like so. in here. And then this. I'm sorry, you all. I'm really distracted by the screaming next door. That's just ridiculous. The walls here are so thin in this apartment. Okay, so anyway, and then this is the back part right here. Okay, so I'll set that aside. Then I also made down in the bottom, because I do have several 4th of July pictures, because that was when my family would come in from, my brother would come in from Georgia and stay a week, and then my younger brother Kevin would also come out and with his kids, so you know, we'd have a week together. So there's quite a few pictures that I need to put in an album. So I also made this little album, which is quite plain. It's just red, white, blue, and gray cardstock in it that I simply made holes to make my little binding for. I used scraps to cover my pages, and this little piece right here was actually the what do you call these? You know, the little tops. Let's see if I can find one. You know, the little tops of your paper pad. On a lot of them they have those, so I took advantage of it and used that as well for the top here. And so, like I said, this is it's just plain cardstock, red, white, gray, and blue, just to put pictures in. But this one will actually hold 46 pictures in it. And there's the back part. So between the two, 114 pictures in total, plus the journaling area spots and everything. So I thought that that was pretty good for a mini album. So anyway, that just drops down into the bottom, and then this put that right back on top. So that is my 4th of July mini album in a box. I hope that everyone enjoyed it, and thank you so much for subscribing. Again, I apologize for the background noise. That's just ridiculous. Hope everyone's having a great day. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.